You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, companion podcast to PillagingJustForFun.com. That's PJ4F.com, the only Raider fan site made by Raider fans for Raider fans. Tune in every week on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio. Call in and give us your takes anytime at 408-909-PJFF. Brought to you every week by Creative Media Design Services. Check them out at creativemediamonterey.com. Hey, yo, it's time to pillage another podcast. I'm your host, Kenny Stapler. Shay, talk to me.
What's good, Kenny, man? It's good to be back here in the crow's nest, man.
It is good, man. I'm sorry we couldn't get it in last week. The one week we fall off is the week big things happen.
Exactly, right?
I was on a field trip with these kids. We didn't get back till like 11:30 at night, so it wasn't going to get done. Busy weekend as well.
But on the other hand, something else did get done.
Something else did get done.
Yeah.
It fell right in our lap.
There you go.
Warning to all our listeners, I'm sunburnt to a crisp from the feet up. I'm beat up. I'm tired. I've been at the beach all day. Bunch of hooligans stole our kids' backpacks. So who steals a backpack at the beach?
Some beach.
So that's what it is. But we got stuff taken from us. But some of our Raiders, well, we call this segment Get Money.
Get money.
Get
What'd you
money.
say?
Shout out to Junior Mafia. Not a shout out to Kylie and what's her name, Jenner, who superimposed their faces on notorious big images and printed those things on T-shirts.
What?
Other artists they used were Tupac, Pink Floyd, Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh man.
And they're getting torn to pieces on Twitter right now. But that I digress.
That's blasphemy, man.
It's blasphemy.
That's ridiculous.
And wait till you see the images. It wasn't like they replaced Biggie's face with their face. It was like Biggie's album cover and then just their face on top of everything.
Stupid.
Yeah, it was whack. Ready to die.
Because we needed any other reason to just like not want to see them ever.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like Sharon Osbourne said, stick to lip gloss, girls. Let your mom put out some sex tapes for y'all. She's good at that. Stick to what your family knows.
she's awesome at that, right? She's the best.
She's the best. Shout out to Ray J. Holding it down. And dipped out because he's smart. He's dipped out.
He is smart, man. Look where he could have ended up.
Yeah, y'all need to stick to shagging basketball players for real. And stay out of Oakland. Come on. All right. So get money. Derek got his, so others can get theirs.
Yeah.
So he says. We'll talk about that.
All right.
125 mil. That's bigger, as Rome would say. 40 mil guaranteed at signing. $7 million injury guarantee at signing. He's going to make 69 mil in the first 3 years, and the rest of it's backloaded to allegedly help the team sign more players. But and I believe that.
Now, I'm gonna go ahead and give him the benefit of the doubt, but we discussed it too, and we know there's a little bit of a positive to backload that money, man. Come on now.
This was shrewd.
No state taxes in Las Vegas sounds real fantastic to me.
That sounds great, and no state taxes, lots of craps tables. I doubt to see Carr out the craps tables, right. But shrewd business decision, and everybody wins. I guess in the end, you can say just everybody wins because this is done for both reasons, right?
Yeah.
So we're a little late on that. We apologize. But that's it. I mean, I don't know what else to say about that. I'm happy.
Hey, that's what we expected, right?
Yeah.
I think when we did the show on what to expect, we said 6 years. So we had him at 150.
Yeah.
125 for 5.
That's right there.
Sounds pretty good to me. And I think the best part about it is, when they're talking to Derek and he's like, man, if they would have had a 20-year deal, I would have signed that.
Mm-hmm.
But my agent was like, yo, slow down. Slow down. So that just tells you his mindset, man. Mm-hmm. He wanted to get this done, not because he was like, yo, you better do this or else I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Like some other people were trying to create rumors and nonsense.
It's baloney.
He just wanted to get it done because he sees himself here for the long haul, man.
He's a Raider for life.
That's it, dude.
Yeah, he's one of us.
Yeah.
So moving on to the more current news, Gabe Jackson signed today, 5 years, 56 mil. It's an average about 11 mil per year. That's right in the wheelhouse, I think. You said he was
ranked third.
Yeah.
So he's now ranked third among all NFL guards, right behind Kelechi and Kevin's Zeitler from Cleveland.
And he's making 60 mil, so that contract isn't really that far off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So shout out to Gabe Jackson. I had started to think that maybe they don't sign Gabe, but maybe they trade him because they could have cashed in big on a trade.
But listen, man, if you're going to invest that much money in Carr, you better invest in that line because they ain't going to serve you nothing if he don't, right? We need to make sure that he's guarded, he's protected.
Right.
And Gabe Jackson gave up 0 sacks last year. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's a good investment right there.
So that was a crazy thought, obviously. These are the crazy things to think about when I lay in bed at night. You should trade Gabe Jackson.
You put your GM cap on when you get ready for bed?
Yeah.
I do it when I'm brushing my teeth.
Girl's like, who are you talking to? Girl. It's Raiders. There's a visual for y'all. Pillow talk. GM pillow talk. So what does this all mean for Khalil Mack and Amari Cooper? So some of this we already know. Khalil's going to get signed next year in 2018. This is basically what's been reported anyways.
Right.
He's on a 4-year, $18.6 million deal right now. That's rounding up. He's averaging about 4.7 mil a year. He's the only linebacker in the NFL to have 25 sacks in 2 years. So this is bargain basement prices for that kind of productivity.
Yeah.
And that's what you get when you draft well. I mean, that's what it is. But he's going to cash in. So we got these two deals out of the way. Salary cap's going to go up a little bit next year. That makes some room for Mack. And then we get the franchise tag in 2019. And then you got Amari Cooper hanging out there as well. So I'm not going to speculate what Mack's deal is going to be. I don't know if you have.
I haven't even given it thought just because I know that that's a year out. I think it's a year out. Everyone's saying it's a year out. Yeah. And that's what I'm expecting. But you know he's gonna get paid.
He's gonna be the highest paid linebacker in the NFL.
Come on, man, he's gonna get paid. He's got to be up there. You're talking about a dude that's, like you said, 25 sacks in the past 2 years. No one's done it better than he has. Yeah. And there's the argument that Von Miller's better in some ways, or he can bend a little bit better around the edge or whatever. But no one does what Mack does. He can't just beat you off the line, but he'll run right through you, dude. All right. So he's a man amongst boys a lot of times, and he's gonna get his money, man. He's gonna get his money because he deserves it.
He does. My favorite Mack play last year was a pick six against Cam Newton.
Yep.
Because that was just a thing of beauty.
That was raw, man.
That was everything you want out of an NFL linebacker. I remember being at that game, and I was just like, we were on the other side of the field, and I was like, what just happened? Oh, yeah. That just happened.
I was on my couch, but I was celebrating like it was like I was in the stadium, man.
Shay was on his couch, then he was off his couch.
I was off my couch immediately, running through the house, and my apartment's real small. It's only 2 bedrooms, so I was running in and out of that one doorway that I have.
Your cat was freaked out. Cat was like, "Dang, I do that." When cats like suddenly just get up and jam to the next room, like they're late for something.
Right.
Like, where are you going? You were just chilling. He was like, oh, he does it too.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Amari Cooper, nobody's really talking about Amari Cooper and his contract. So right now he's and for good reason. He's signed through 2019.
Right.
He's on a $22.6 million contract. He's averaging about $5.7 million a year. That's good money right now for him. Again, that's bargain basement. That's about right for where he's at right now. He's definitely a game breaker. Definitely said to get paid.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see if he gets tagged that year. You don't see a lot of wide receivers get tagged. So he'll get his money too. And it's just going to be interesting to see what the salary cap does between now and then.
Right.
And, could end up being, if we win a chip between now and then, which I think we can, I think we should expect to at this point.
Definitely.
That now you start getting, and we already have the free agents wanting to come here, but similar to sort of like if you jump over to the NBA, you have like the Warriors who I'm not going to get into the Durant thing right now, but you have a team where the vets are going to be willing to take less just to come on board, to win a chip and just to be part of a good team that plays good team ball, like the Raiders. We spread the ball around, and it's good, healthy culture there. It's a great locker room. So I think the money that we put into our young talent, we're going to get that back with some bargains when we're pulling free agents.
I think so.
Right?
I think so. I think that's a good call right there, man. That's a good way to think about it.
So Reggie Mack, you the real MVP.
You the real MVP.
He's getting it done. You know, there was some doubt, I think, in people's minds. Not a lot. I kind of felt like Reggie crunched the numbers. They're in that building. They know what it takes to get it done. And he's not going to do anything to cash strap this team and put them in jeopardy. So, I can't really complain about anything going on right now.
Yeah, I think he's doing a great job, man. And you know what? Like we said, people were questioning him. People were like, was Reggie doing the right thing? Is he doing a good job? All this kind of stuff. But there hasn't been a single thing that I've seen of late that would make me say, get him out of here. Come on, man. Reggie, stick around for as long as you want, man. You're more than welcome.
But it is Oakland. It is the Raiders. So that GM is constantly going to be in the hot seat.
Right.
That's how we do it.
Well, now it's going to come down to whether we win or not, right? That's where the pressure comes now.
Yeah.
Because he's made all the right moves. He's got the right people. Now it's all about winning that chip. So that's what's going to start to fall on him if it doesn't happen soon. But I think we're going to get that, man. We're right there.
Yeah. And he just got extended as well.
Yep.
So, executive of the year. So Mark Davis, you the real bad haircut dude. You guys thought I was going to go there, huh? We'll keep Mark Davis out of this podcast for now. For a few more years. So, man, that's all I got here in the first segment. That's a quick segment.
Straight to the point.
We're off the couch.
We're off the couch.
We're on the couch. We're off the couch. It's quick. This segment was a Khalil Mack 6-pick.
That's it, man.
It happened that fast. So anything you want to add before we get out of here?
No, man. I'm happy with what we're doing. Mm-hmm. I think we're being smart. We're not jumping. We're not taking ourselves out of the safety of what we're at right now. We're in a good spot.
Yeah. And
the way that we're managing things and the way that they're going about signing our players and stuff and re-signing players, I think we're heading in the right direction, man. I think we're good. We're good. I'm feeling confident, man.
Feeling real good.
It's been a long time since we could say that we're feeling confident. Last season was the first season in a long time where I was like, I'm confident.
Yeah.
I feel like all these chirpers out here, man. I just look at them and smile. Hey, oh yeah, that's how you feel.
There were some haters on the Derek Carr contract.
They can hate all they want.
Most of them were 49er fans.
Yeah, of course they are. Of course they're gonna hate because they wish that he was coming over the Bay to them.
I counted about 5 of them. There's the same 5 people that go to the Niner games. The only 5 people that go to the Niner games. The only 5 people still rooting for the 49ers.
Get out of here with that.
I just brought the Niners on this podcast again, but yeah.
It's always fun to laugh. It's fun. It's good times, man. Jokes around here.
So we got some stuff here on the other side. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna hear from a couple of our callers, and when we come back, we're gonna come with the I See You segment. See you that we debuted on the last show, and we're gonna talk a little bit about this linebacking crew. We've talked about how we see them.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about how Willie McGinnis sees them.
Yeah,
because it was an eye opener.
That was surprising.
Yeah, it was very surprising. So more about that on the other side, and we'll catch you after that. We out here.
Peace.
You're listening to the Pillaging Podcast, companion podcast to PillagingJustForFun.com, the only Raider fan site made by Raider fans for Raider fans, featuring fan-submitted articles and the most lively Raider Nation conversation on the internet. Follow us on Twitter @PillageJustForFun. That's @PillageJust4Fun. Also, tune in every Tuesday on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio.
What's up, Kenny and Shay? This is Big Ted 707. Just calling in with a question this week. The big question: how do you guys think we do in the division this year? Me personally, Not buying the hype on the LA Chargers or the Denver Broncos right now. I don't think either of those teams can run the ball. The Chiefs, obviously, our biggest contender, but I think we can take it this year. All right. Peace.
What is up, Pillagers? It's Plunk. So, Carr signed, Gabe signed, Mack is next. I think Reggie is the man. And anybody that's not a Reggie Roo, too bad, because he's kicking butt. Go Raiders.
What up, my fine folks in Pillaging Just for Fun community? This is your boy JFB out here in New Mexico. First of all, let's extend a welcome out to Che. Come get wet with us in the comment section, boys. Come on now. You don't be afraid. Come post with us. In regards to my comments that were quoted and blasted last week, JFB, in regards to our boy, the 7th round pick out of Washington State, Shalom. That's what I call him. Starting ahead of any of the other safeties, the youngsters we got, Obi and Carl Joseph. Look, man, I think in a year or so, do I think he's going to start ahead of them week 1 in Nashville? No. Do I think he's going to start ahead of one of the safeties that we've drafted higher than him in 2018, 2019? I do, and here's why. This dude was out here at Washington State making interceptions, creating turnovers. In today's NFL, you don't just stomp people out. You just give up a ass ton of yards and then try to, get off the field, block a field goal, get a strip sack. That's today's NFL. This dude had dang near 1 interception per game in the Pac-12 at Washington State. He was surrounded by boo-boo. Get him out here with Khalil Mack and these boys, man. He's going to make some plays. Watch this. Love y'all.
Hey guys, DJ Johnny here. I guess my comment would be, I guess we're about 6 weeks or so from preseason. So that's something to look forward to. Definitely looking forward to the preseason games and seeing the battle between Connor Cook and EJ Manuel. But as far as the, I guess, one concern I have is the linebacker position. I'm probably not the first one to call in with this one. I really don't. I was disappointed we didn't sign Zach Brown. And, David Harris was a little old, but probably would have fit, for a year or so. I just really worry about that position. I guess it'll be kind of fun, and we'll start to see, what they're made of a little bit in preseason with Markel Lee and the guy from the Chiefs practice, Tyrell Adams, and Ben Heaney. Personally, I can do without. Not a fan, but I think it was been addressed, especially when it ends up that Zach Brown signed for really cheap with Washington. I mean, he's a 27-year-old Pro Bowler. Didn't understand that. So, anyway, I guess everything else looking good, like the deals, like the Derek Carr deal, Gabe Jackson, of course, happening today. So, it's all good. Nice to see. I think we're looking really good. But again, my big concern there is that inside linebacker position right now. I mean, I'm concerned about other areas, but the main one, I guess I just really don't know why he didn't address that linebacker position. Don't really understand that. I know money has something to do with it, but anyway, thanks for the show, guys, and have a good one.
And we're back. Yeah. All right. So before we get into I See You, let's respond to some of the comments, some of the callers you heard over the break. First off, Big Ted 707, frequent blogger on the site. We love you. We love you, Ted. You were asking, how are we going to fare in the division this year? I'm gonna get out of the way here. I'm gonna let Che answer this question because he's fired up right now.
I'm fired up, man. Come on, man. Come on, Ted. What's up with that question, man? There's no doubt in my mind. There shouldn't be any doubt in your mind. There shouldn't be doubts in anybody's mind. We're taking the division, man. We're taking the division. This is our division.
This is it.
You come take it from my hand if you want it. We're taking the division.
Yeah, snatch the pebble from his
Yeah,
hand.
snatch the pebble from my hand. See what happens. See what happens, man. It'll smack the taste out of your mouth. We are winning this division. I don't even know what you're referencing when you're talking. How could you start talking about the division and then have the audacity to mention the Chargers in the same breath? Come on, man. You're better than that, Ted. Well, I'm not even thinking about the Chargers.
Chargers
and
only.
Just so you know, though, I'm in agreement with you, man. I don't buy the hype. I don't buy the hype. They might be better, but that ain't meaning that they're gonna be better than us. Come on now.
Nope.
You're crazy, man. You're crazy.
The Chargers are only in the NFL because the Arena Football League shut down. Let's be real.
Yeah. But listen, hot take, and we said this when it's hot in here, man. We said this when we gave our picks for the season. Mm-hmm. At least I said this. I remember saying this very clearly. And if you don't believe me, go back and listen to that. Okay, we're sweeping KC. Okay, payback's a bitch, and we are doing it. We're gonna sweep KC. If you don't believe me, I don't know what to tell you. We're sweeping KC and Denver. They ain't touching us. Like you said, they don't got enough. They don't got enough. Who's their quarterback?
Nope.
They don't got enough. Okay, and like we said, we're not even gonna mention that other team. They could just, I don't know. They can go play on the beach down. I don't know. They could do something else. They ain't even in my radar right now.
Show me your lightning bolt. I like that take, Che. I'm not gonna disagree. Now I know why you wore a Hulkamania t-shirt tonight. He just ripped off his t-shirt.
Yo, I'm gonna have to get myself a Lucha Underground t-shirt, man.
Yeah,
I'm in.
You check out Lucha Underground on the El Rey Network if you haven't already. If you ever watched wrestling as a kid and you're not a fan now, you will become a fan again.
Oh yeah.
This is a real deal.
I'm reliving the 80s, man. I'm back in it, man. I'm back in it like Ultimate Warrior days, man. I'm fanning out right now.
It's dope.
I'm watching it on Netflix, man. It's great.
Yeah,
I spent hours watching Lucha Underground. My girl's like, "What are you watching?"
It is on Netflix and it's deep. The first season is like 30 episodes or something like that.
Yeah.
It's deep.
It's like 34, and then they have like a WrestleMania kind of like a final event, like all out. It was like a 2-episode final event.
Wow.
Thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's big. They go big in that show, and the storylines are cool.
Cool, man.
It's cool. I like it. Yeah, I like it. WWE fell off, and Lucha Underground, you're picking up the pace.
Yeah.
I like it. Shout out to Robert Rodriguez. Yeah, check out his movies on Mariachi, Desperado. Desperado? Yeah.
Desperado, Machete.
Machete.
Was actually a fan on one of the episodes. He was out there he was in the front row.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah. So check that out. I'd like to go out there and actually see a filming. You get it for free out there. They do like 3 episodes. I heard everything about the temple that they throw down at. It's a real deal. That place is rustic. It's dirty. It's hot. There's no air conditioning. They sell margaritas out there. I'm there, man. That's my kind of spot.
That's a trip right there. Road trip.
I want to see Danny Trejo. I want to say what's up.
Yeah.
I got a feeling he's a Raider fan. I do, right?
He just looks like one, man. He just fits the mold.
Danny, if you're listening, come out to the tailgate.
Yeah, man. Come on. Bring yourself. Bring some friends too.
So shout out to Plunk for Hall of Fame. One of my favorite callers called in. He let you guys know what's up. Very excited about the signings. And then lastly, you heard from JFB. And he was defending his hot take from last week. We kind of put him on blast a little bit. But my man got in here, and I think he defended himself well.
Yeah, man. I'm not even mad at him. He defended himself well. He defended himself really well.
Yeah, I mean, and he's not wrong. Those stats are real. We did talk about him during the draft time. 1 pick a game. So he's got every right to have that take and expect big things out of Salam. So, yeah, and I hope you're right, because if you're right, we got a bevy of talent at the safety position.
Exactly, man. It's all win-win. Whether he's right, whether we're right, whatever, man.
Yeah.
It turns out well in the end.
And if anything, if the Raiders defense have ever been known for anything, it's for a punishing safety squad, right?
Yeah.
So I like it. Al Davis would be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
So let's get into our previously scheduled program.
Already in progress.
Already in progress. This segment's called I See You. I see you.
I see you.
And on this part of the show, we go on the blog and we pick out a random comment from the comment section, pj4f.com for those of you that are listening but don't visit the site. Check out the site. You know what? I ain't even mad. Skip any article or the podcast and go right down to the comment section. It goes down in the comment section. There's a community of hooligans and pillagers and wild men. And today we're going to focus on the Rickster. A hard-working man, he's calling himself. He changes his name like every day. Rick hails from Canada, and like Rick, man. Rick's good spirit on the blog. So Rick posted today, sign Zach Orr. Radiar, who love his humor, his response was, or what? And Rick fired back said, or not. So I like this post because I wanted to talk about Zach Orr. I'm guessing Rick had read the article on Bleacher Report that I read, talking about what's going on with Zach right now. If you don't know, Zach Orr's a linebacker out of Baltimore. Baltimore linebacker culture, probably the best in the NFL. Those guys, it's just a linebacker farm over there, and we don't have to name names. You guys already know who came out of Baltimore. So what happened at the end of last year? Zach Orr is 24 years old, showing great promise, great tackling machine, has a nose for the ball. I think he had a couple interceptions. I know he had at least one against Philadelphia Eagles. He sealed that game. And at the end of the season, he was given some bad news. He had a life-threatening spinal, I don't think it was an injury, but it was a condition. And he was told by doctors that if he suffered a big hit, it could end his life or could paralyze him or whatnot. I mean, it's a spinal situation. You don't mess around with that.
Serious, man.
So he was due to be a restricted free agent at the end of the year. After getting the news, he retired. It was a sensible thing to do.
Right.
And Baltimore reasonably declined to pick up his contract, his option, which made him an unrestricted free agent, but he was retired. Recently was told that his spinal condition wasn't as serious as previously thought. And actually, he is in no more danger than any other average NFL player. So essentially, he's got some sort of ailment there. Possibly he's receiving treatment, but it's not life-threatening like they had thought. So upon hearing that news, he reinstated himself. And now he's an unrestricted free agent, and he's 25 years old, and he feels an immediate need on this roster.
Yeah.
I didn't look into his contract situation. I don't know what he's due to make. I don't know what he's willing to take.
Right.
But we need Zach Orr on this roster.
Sounds like it to me, man. Sounds like it to me.
So it's not or not, Rick. I know you're just being funny, so I'm not going to pick on that. I thought it was a funny comment, so grab my attention. But or yes.
Or yes
is my response. So we'll probably dive into this a little bit more next week, assuming he doesn't sign. He's already got meetings scheduled. The thought is he's going to Detroit first, and the thought is they can sign him up real quick over there. He might not get out of Detroit, but I think he said there's maybe 8 teams already contacting him. So they didn't release the names of those teams. I really hope that we're one of them, at least going to take a look at him.
Yeah. And you know what? We were talking about it. You know what you're going to get from a Baltimore product, man. That's what they do. They do defense in Baltimore. Mm-hmm. So I'm with you. Or yes. Yeah, right? Let's do what we got to do to get him signed on with the Raiders, and then we know we're solid. We're good. I don't think anyone's going to be like, I don't know about that position.
Yeah.
I think we're going to be solid there. And we got the youngins, we got the young bucks that are right behind them. And, hopefully they pan out too, and then we're good. And we're solid for a few years, man. And we don't have to worry about re-signing people. We can focus on all the other stars.
There's a major piece of the puzzle. And yes, we're still down a destroyer in the middle of that line, but we did pick up the bulldozer in the draft this year. So we'll see what he does. And Mario Edwards Jr. is still lurking on this roster.
You already know what I said.
Yeah.
That's my expectation, man. MEJ, I got my eyes on you. All right? I'm expecting big things at MEJ, and we've said it. Right now, our defense is handling people on pure talent and ability. As soon as the defense as a whole comes together and the scheme comes together, man, it's going to be lights out.
Unstoppable. Because this offense is ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So Zach Orr, let's get him on the team. Come on, Zach.
Come on, Zach.
You know you want it.
We'll take you to a tailgate too, man. We'll take the rookies. We'll take Zach Orr. We'll serve you up some cheladas.
Yeah.
We'll give you good home cooking, man.
Or as I like to call them, breakfast. Yeah.
Yeah, it is breakfast, man.
Red beers for all my white folks out there. Same thing. It's a lot of cross culture. Stop hating. There's no need for the wall.
There's no need, man.
We all drink tomato
Just go
juice in our
with it.
beer. We got this. Just one
Go
love.
with it.
It's peace and harmony. It's Raider Nation.
Both thugs in RB.
There's a lot of people that don't listen to hip hop that do listen to this show, and a lot of these it's gonna fly over your head.
Yeah.
Maybe
Sometimes. Maybe.
but we're not diverging. We're hip hop heads for life.
Maybe for next week's question, we'll see if they caught the hip hop reference in the last episode.
Yeah, and check the titles of the podcast. Do a Google search, and you'll have some clarity.
Yeah.
Okay, starting with who's hot, who's not.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on. I teased this before the break. We've talked about our linebacking crew, and yeah, it's solid on the outside. And we just mentioned right now, Zach Orr is a major need. I don't really put us high up in the NFL. We got talent there, but as a squad, I say we're probably middle of the pack.
Right. And I wouldn't disagree with you. I think everybody would agree because we're honest with ourselves. We're not sitting here trying to fake the funk.
Except one man.
Except one man.
Tell us about that man.
Which makes you go, wait, am I missing something? Did I not? Yeah, man, your boy Willie McGinnis, man. Giving the Raiders linebacking core their corpse props, man.
Yeah.
Like unexpected, first of all, from a former Patriot. One, right?
Yeah.
And then a heck of a linebacker himself.
Very good linebacker.
Yeah.
So where does he rank us?
He ranks us 5.
Wow.
5th in the NFL.
I'm assuming number 1 is Denver.
Number 1 is Denver.
Okay.
Number 2 is KC. Number 3 is Carolina.
Okay. With Kuechly.
He's got Niners as number 4, which makes me kind of go, I don't know. Maybe you kind of lost it there. Maybe that's why you put us 5th. But I mean, you can make the argument. Navarro Bowman, he's still
good.
solid.
Yeah.
He's not what he used to be with the injury, but whatever. Doesn't matter because he's a Niner, so they're all crap to me. But he has his rank 5th, man. He says Khalil, Irvin. He says that Jelani Jenkins. He mentioned Jelani Jenkins.
Wild.
Yeah, and Corey James is solid people.
Wow.
And I'm like, I was kind of scratching my head and saying,
Okay.
all right.
Okay.
All right. All right. But yeah, and then he even threw in Shalik Calhoun. And I'm like,
For real.
Shalik Calhoun, we're hoping that he still pans out. We're kind of, so he kind of had me scratching my head, but I think we talked about it. End of the day, Khalil makes up for a lot.
He does.
So his what he said in his written statement, and don't check me on this because
No fact check.
Yeah, no fact check. Okay, don't quote me, but he said along the lines basically, how can you leave the Raiders out when they got Khalil Mack, when they got the Defensive Player of the Year and the only guy to be All Pro in 2 positions ever.
Same year.
So
Yeah.
he has a point. And he hasn't even reached his peak yet. That's the other thing that he was saying. He's like, he's not even. He's only done 3 years with us.
Yeah, he ain't even a seasoned vet at this point.
Right, man. So
Yeah.
So props to you, Willie, man, for giving us props.
Yeah.
Unexpected, and I told you this too. The other day, he was also talking about the Raiders after the Carr signing, and he was talking about how we're legit contenders, like. Because they were saying, are the Raiders really a threat to the Patriots? And he was one of the guys that said, yeah. So, man, giving us props on 2 different occasions, and he's a former Patriot, hey. Lets you know we're doing good things, right?
That's it.
That's it, man.
I like it.
And if we get this dude out of Baltimore, then maybe I'm buying that a little bit more.
I'll immediately buy
I'm
into
buying that. I'll take that.
And the Niners can move down to 5th.
Yeah, they can move. They can move them somewhere else. I don't even want them next to me, man.
So, I mean, that's it for this week's show.
Yeah, man.
I think we got it in.
Hey, and congrats to Khalil, man, on the number 5 top ranked player in the top 100 this year. Proof was in the pudding, dude. Dude killed it.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone can argue that. But maybe next year we'll be seeing Carr up in that top 5 and Khalil take a little jump forward too, man. That'd be nice. Right?
I like
a little
these,
championship, a little champagne, and all that good stuff.
I like these top 100 lists. I do. I
Yeah,
do.
man.
It's cool. It's give us something to talk about. How many Raiders cracked that top 100? Do you know offhand?
3.
3?
No, 4.
4. Carr.
4. We got
Mack.
Carr. So Mack was the highest at 5. Carr was 11.
Okay. KO was in there, right?
Amari was, I forget where Amari was. KO made the list at the bottom. He was like,
Okay.
I want to say like 80, 90s, somewhere right there. But he
Solid,
cracked
man.
it. He cracked it. He wasn't on the list last year. So
That's great.
So 4 players.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, man, we don't need that to tell us what kind of team we got.
We know what we got.
We see that.
Yeah.
See that, man. We got one of the best offensive lines. We got some studs on both sides of the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And if that defense gets it together, man, watch out.
We're gonna win a Super Bowl this year, guys. It's gonna
That's it.
happen.
That's it.
It's gonna happen.
The Patriots' reign is done.
It's over. We closed that window this
You're
year.
done, son.
We closed the window this year. Tom Brady retires in the offseason. That's what's gonna happen.
That'd be a beautiful ending.
We open their window. We're gonna close their window.
We're gonna slam that window, man. Come on.
Yeah. Before we get out of here really quick, I saw on Twitter today, Marshawn Lynch was putting in work on the beach wearing boots, doing footwork drills.
Cowboy boots?
No, like work boots, like steel toe boots.
Steel toe boots, man.
On the beach.
Yeah, some army boots on.
Yeah. And he was putting in work. He looked pretty fleet on his feet. And yeah, it's good to see Marshawn just really embracing this. Also, I saw that he's sending something like over 100 kids to Raging Waters for free. That's
awesome, man.
It's a big water park here in San Jose. So this summer, a bunch of kids are going to get to go out there for free. So
That's dope.
doing God's work.
There you go, man.
Yeah.
Beast mode.
Yeah.
Be the man.
He's a smart guy. So that being said, these two smart guys, we're getting out of here. This is all for the Pillaging Podcast. You can tune in almost every week on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher Radio. I'm Kenny Stapler, and as always, I'm joined by my co-host.
Your boy Che.
Join our community at pj4f.com. And we out here. Go Raiders.
Peace.